This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. Contact Anne-Marie for your mortgage product needs. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. Trenton Processing. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on this Monday night. On tap this evening, we'll talk with Kaskaskia College Blue Devils basketball coach Brian Hancock. We'll have, as always on a Monday, the Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. And as a lead into Central Carlisle girls basketball to that game tonight at Harris Gymnasium, we'll have a replay of the Nancy Scranton interview in its entirety. It will take us up to the pregame show, or almost. We'll see how that turns out time-wise. But first, we'll get it rolling with, it's the Body by Boyd Little Augie's Pizza Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. Make a note of that, mark that down. We'll get her started, though, with Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, right here in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. You betcha, Mideastern is. And let's start with hockey, shall we? Why? Well, yesterday was another bummer of a day for the St. Louis Blues. Brock Besser registered his second career hat trick, and the Vancouver Canucks stomped the Blues 6-1 at Enterprise. Jacob Markstrom made 22 saves to improve to 10-9-3 in the year, and he's now 2-4 against St. Louis. Jake Allen stopped 3 of 6 shots in 14:06, and then he was yanked in favor of Chad Johnson, who made all of 12 saves. And then today, that first goal against Allen, that was check that out if you haven't seen it. A fluke. And back to Chad Johnson. He was placed on waivers today. Didn't go, not a good 24 hours or so for Chad Johnson. Taking his place is Jordan Bennington. He's called up from the San Antonio Rampage. Blues paid Johnson $1.75 million to back up Jake Allen, and it's not turning out well for the team. They have 24 points. Only 2 teams are below them: the Blackhawks and the Kings. The Note are fortunately off tonight, but they'll be forced to play tomorrow night when the Florida Panthers come to Enterprise. In baseball, the winter meetings are underway, and yesterday is kind of a prelude. Lee Smith, who retired as the all-time saves leader in baseball and for the Cardinals, was elected unanimously to the National Baseball Hall of Fame by today's Game Era Committee. And he's going in with a partner, Harold Baines, and a lot of folks are questioning that. I have a sports clip on that tomorrow. Let's see, La Russa and Reinsdorf were in on that. I'll tell you about it then. Lee Smith was he probably should have been in for some time. Anyway, he gets the nod. Mike Napoli is retiring from the game. He actually sat out all of last season. He's 37. He had a really, really nice career there. And the Royals inked outfielder Billy Hamilton today. The Mets hired former Cubs hitting coach Chili Davis as their very own. They just keep going from one place to another. Nothing much of note otherwise at all. Paul Goldschmidt. What's going to come after Goldie for St. Louis? Well, the Oklahoma Sooners did it again. They churned out another Heisman Trophy winner. Sooners quarterback Baker Mayfield won the 2017 Heisman, and this year it was Oklahoma QB Kyler Murray. He's the 7th Heisman Award winner in school history. He beat out Alabama's signal caller Tua Tagovailoa for college football's top honor. And, yeah, there was another quarterback in this bout, Chase, sort of, kind of, and he's very good, but Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State didn't stand much of a chance. He was a distant third in the voting. Oklahoma and Bama collide in one of those college football playoff semifinals. The Commander-in-Chief's trophy remains with the Army Black Knights. 2 years in a row for that. Now Army has upended Navy 3 consecutive years. They beat Army. Army beat Navy Saturday in Philadelphia, 17-10. Just caught parts of that, but that's an incredible game. That is all about America. Quite a finish to the Miami Patriots game in the National Football League. The Kenyon Drake ran the last 52 yards on what was a double lateral on the final play of the game, and the Pats were trimmed by Miami, 34-33. New England doesn't play well for some reason in Miami, and often over the last few years, the Dolphins haven't, been that great. Illinois got a win Saturday and on the college hardwood as they escaped UNLV 77-74. The Illini entertained East Tennessee State on Saturday. Mizzou is home for Xavier tomorrow night. SIU felled SEMO 83-73. Sean Lloyd scored 25. The Salukis are now 7-3. They welcome Murray State to Carbondale Wednesday night. The Billikens of St. Lou beat Oregon State 65-61. They've won 7 of 9. The Billikens go to Houston Sunday. A lot of time off for them. And next Monday, that's when the SIU Edwardsville Cougars will play next. They did notch a victory Saturday, I would hope, over Harris Stowe, 92-87. Admiral Schofield hit a three-pointer with 24 ticks left and scored 25 of his 30 in the second half as Tennessee knocked off top-ranked Gonzaga Sunday. Seton Hall upended Kentucky, and Kansas escaped New Mexico State. Through that and more, Kansas is the new number 1 as the AP Top 25. Their newest poll is out. It's Kansas, Duke, Tennessee third. Gonzaga, the Zags, have dropped to 4th. Michigan is 5, followed by Virginia, Nevada, Auburn, Michigan State out of the Big Ten, along with Michigan and Florida State. That's going to put the kibosh on scores and stuff. It was brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle. The hometown source they are for residential and commercial work. We'll light it up with Brian Hancock next, followed by the Athlete of the Week and a Nancy Scranton outstanding rerun. Stay tuned.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back as we return in a jiffy rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for a Monday. And let's hustle on the Express Lube guest line now for Kaskaskia Blue Devils basketball coach Brian Hancock. Brian, welcome back.
Hi, Rip. Thank you.
And we've got you a couple of days after. I know you came up shy, but that was one tremendous game at Casey on Saturday, as you certainly had the nation's number 3 team, Vincennes, the Trailblazers, on the ropes.
Yeah, and looking back at that, and that all starts kind of with the recruiting. For me, they have kind of, since they've joined our region, they've kind of established the level of players as well as, play to a degree that you have to do, because that's been the team that has represented our region, our region at the national tournament now for quite a few years. And so in kind of putting a group together, I always in the back of my mind, know what we're going to have to go against. And so, I was certainly pleased with the effort that we had from our guys. And looking at it, there's some things that we certainly, could have helped ourselves a lot at the free throw line. We really struggled at the line that day. We always kind of set a team goal as far as we want to shoot 30 free throws in a game. To me, that's the aggressiveness you have to have. That's a number that I think we try to get to. We were able to get to 40 in that game, but, only made 25 of those. And so, and we missed some crucial ones towards the end of the game and things. And so, that's one area that we would certainly like to have been a little better at and things.
And the Blazers, I was just going to say the Blazers, 31 of 38, they knocked down.
Yeah. And they, on both teams, 78 free throws in a game, but, in those type of games, like that's pretty common and things in that direction now. They have some guys that, I thought really stepped it up and shot it well from the free throw line. Clemens, I thought was really good for them in the backcourt. And he's probably their best guard and things, but, he was 6 for 6 from the line. George Dixon, who's not a good free throw shooter, went 6 for 7 from the line. And then, and then Lonnie Francis, who's, went 9 for 13, but both of those guys, really stepped up whenever they needed it in that area and things,
They combined for 55 points and 21 rebounds. Let's see, Francis Jr., he was the lefty, right, who had the line drive free throw?
Yeah, he's got that hook shot that's almost automatic.
That's very true. Those free throws, though, they are gunned in. Very little arc.
It looks like, but I've seen enough film on it. It looks like they're not going, but man, they find a way to drop in there. That is on a string though when he shoots it. But he's a heck of a player though. He was good for them last year, and he really knows kind of where he can be effective, and he does a good job of getting the ball in that position and then going into that little hook shot and stuff, and he's got it down and things. I give him a lot of credit. He's a tough player.
Well, they eventually clipped your Devils 98-92 in overtime.
Yeah.
I think you had the last crack at the end of regulation, right? Shot just wouldn't fall. I'm not sure if that was Quinn, Nottingham, maybe.
I wasn't really excited about that look that we got.
Yeah.
We ran a kind of a horn set, and, I thought we could have pitched it back to the top and probably wound up with a little bit better shot and things. But, Quinn had done a really good job for us throughout the game. And if we wouldn't have had his contributions earlier, we wouldn't have been in a position to win it at the end, So, and he's a super competitive kid that, I know was really looking forward to that game and stuff. And so, just, in hindsight, and this is easy to look at this stuff now, but, if we had been able to maybe get it back to Parker at the top, I think we maybe would have got a little bit better look on that shot than what we wound up with and things. But, other than the free throws and the final score, and that's what I tried to share with them, at this stage and things with that loss, and seeing the standings and stuff today, it drops us to 7th in the region. And so that shows you how competitive this conference is,
Certainly.
with that win, then we're probably, you know, somewhere in second, and then just beat the number 3 team in the country. And so, but for me, I kind of told our, you know, and sold it to our guys that, like, hey, this is a great time to play this team so we can really see where we're at, what we have to get better at, you know, the things that we need to work on when we return, you know, and so let's leave everything on the table, and then just, you know, at the end, then we can look at it, evaluate it, and see, okay, here's some things we need to work on. And obviously I've watched it to some degree and stuff since we played on Saturday, but and there's some areas they really do a tremendous job. They out-rebound their opponents 45-25. Now, they didn't do that to us, but they did win that battle and stuff in that direction and things. And so, you know, that's one area where I think we had some guys that played lots of minutes and maybe needed to find a few more of those that kept come off the board and stuff. But, you know, all in all, like I was very pleased with the effort.
Right.
I was pleased, you know, with kind of the position we put ourselves in. Another team that, if you had watched, you know, their closest game they had played until Saturday was an 18-point game.
That was, I know, that's great for you. That shows what kind of game your guys can play and did play on Saturday.
And I felt like that, you know, and you get better as you go along. These kids are learning, picking things up. And so, and like I told them, I said, if we had played, I think, with the intensity that we had on Saturday and with the effort that we got from guys, if we had played that a few weeks earlier, I think we would have been in a different position, a different outcome with Logan and things when they came here. You know, but some of that's, you know, 2.5 weeks later, that's, you know, them obviously, you know, and looking at it, seeing the progress that we've made over the last couple of weeks, you know, so I think we're on the right track and stuff, you know. Now we have to continue to get better. The one thing I think that will be a challenge is that we come back and play Olney and Lincoln Trail, who are both really good teams this year. Olney dropped their first game on Saturday, so I think they're 10-1. Lincoln Trail is like 9-1. So we'll return playing both of those teams on the road. Although when I looked at our thing today, you know, we're 7-0 on the road and 4-2 at home.
How about that?
You know, so some years I think, and I felt this way before, you know, we're better when we're away from home and stuff. So maybe that's the scenario with these kids and things as well.
Nottingham, yeah, for those, he had 23 points the other day, Saturday, and then Thomas Bell, 25 markers and 13 boards. Those aren't the only two, but I really enjoy watching both of them play. Nottingham is a spark, way beyond a spark play, but Bell, man, how athletic is he?
Well, and the thing that, you know, that I'll say to both of those kids is that they were both transfers. I recruited them, both of them, out of high school. Didn't get either of them, you know, but established a relationship with them and then was able to get them. But in a short time that we have been together, those kids have really, like, figured out what we're doing, how we want to do it, you know, and a tribute to them, you know, to be able to, like, in just, you know, that short a time and stuff. I mean, we're 13 games into the season, and they're, you know, Thomas wound up with 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks, 4 assists, you know, to come up with, and then shoot 21 free throws in the game. You know, to have stats like that. Like I told him, and I tell all of our guys this every year, and I honestly believe this, Rip, like if you have a game like that against Vincennes, everybody that calls me from the, you know, Division I schools say, hey, Coach, can we look at your film? They all want the Vincennes film, you know, so like I'll have a bunch of new friends in the next few weeks.
They want to see him play the best.
Gets around, like there'll be, I'll have a bunch of new guys that'll be calling and stuff, because when you put up those kind of numbers, you know, that's going to draw attention and things. And so, and Quinn the same way, 10 for 17 from the field. You know, the kids just got that mid-range game that you just don't see in this day and age. Everybody now is either shooting threes or, dunking the ball. And he's got that mid-range game that's kind of a lost art a little bit and stuff. And so, you know, both of those kids, I think, will really help themselves from Saturday's game.
Everybody there, almost everybody there was for the Blue Devils. A nice crowd, too, wasn't it? I don't even know if you noticed, Bryce, but you're into the game so much, but it was a well-attended game.
Well, and I think that, a game like that with, I was glad to see him come out. I think that really helps our players when we've got, the fans. And I know some of the students, maybe had left and stuff because we finished classes on Friday and things. But, to see that kind of talent, and I mean, you'll see a lot of those kids. I think in the next couple of years, you'll see those kids, playing at the 4-year level and on TV and things. And, to see that kind of intensity for, that type of a game and stuff, it's pretty hard to find that, in this area and things. I think, so I thought the fans got to see, a super competitive game and a lot of talent for both teams.
You bet it. Blue Devils, KC Blue Devils basketball coach Brian Hancock with us for a few more minutes on Talkin' Sports. Vincennes goes to 12-0, and you are 11-2, 3-1 in the Great Rivers. That only lost there to John Logan, and we talked about Bell and Nottingham. Dorsch having a really good. I want to make sure and get this in about a local or two, starting with Garrett Belcher, who's routinely in that starting lineup.
Yeah, Garrett's done a really good job for us. When I look at him, and I'll say this to some of the other kids too, like, I know it's a huge transition coming from a smaller school to play at our level, but the progress that he's made, from last year to this year is just leaps and bounds and things. And so, I've been really pleased with him. I think his confidence level has gone up a lot. And, he's a kid that's, again, even in that game, he's given up probably 30 or 40 pounds to some of those kids, but, still found a way to get 8 rebounds. And, he always brings good effort and intensity. So, I think that he actually had some, some Division I interest for him last week. And so kind of excited to hear that and stuff. And so, I think these kids just keep working and we keep getting better and things. They'll have some good opportunities and stuff after the season's over.
And the other area guys, Gons, Maines, Linder, all contributing. And, now it's break time, Brian. I always find that unique, kind of odd, but that's the way JUCO ball's been forever. So what happens? What do you expect from the guys during this, I don't know, couple of weeks off? I know you don't play for them.
I sit down with them before they left. Like, we had a long conversation, like a lot of the teams' rips have kind of changed the conference assigns a schedule of when we play the games. And, like, we're supposed to return and play our first game back on January the 5th. But a lot of teams are, like, getting together with each other, and they're staying and moving that January 5th game back to December 15th. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I think the kids need the break. I think it's good for them to get away. Now, it's a little bit tough because it is a long one. So when you come back, you kind of feel in a sense like you're starting over and stuff. But I think that if you keep them here over a lot of the break, by the end of February, when you need them playing really well, I think that, it starts to fade a little bit. And so I've always kind of felt like if they get that chance to go home, kind of get away and things, they're ready to come back by the time we bring them back and stuff. And then I think then we've got 17 more games we have to play after, all in the conference. And so then I think it just gives them a chance to kind of recharge. And, I think they're ready for the run and stuff then. But a lot of the teams are looking at it differently. There's a lot of games this week, some of them non-conference and things. But then next weekend, Vincennes is playing Lincoln Trail.
Oh, are they?
On the 17th of December. They're playing each other.
They're stretching it out.
So like some of them, are kind of taking some of that break away and, want to keep them practicing and playing and, doing some of those things. I'm not sold that that's the right thing to do and stuff, but it is a long break, a chance for all of us and for me to have a chance to it's been kind of a torrid pace. We've played a lot of games in the last 2 weeks and things. And so, so I think I'll enjoy a few days, of that, but it'll give me a chance to get around and see some of the high school teams and, get to a few practices and stuff and things that I can't do, when we're playing games during the week. I can kind of do that now. The holiday tournaments will be around the corner here and I'll get a chance to see some of those, but I'm going to try to get out this week and go watch a couple guys practice and, just see a couple kids I've seen in the fall and, just I kind of enjoy doing that and like doing that, and try to maybe make it to a few college games and just like to see what some of these guys are running and some of the things that they're doing and stuff,
Very good. Yeah, very good. Hey, Brian, thanks for your time as always. We'll definitely get with you when the year turns to 2019. Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Rip. Thank you.
Say hello to Jackson too. I know he's shooting those bombs from 3-point range.
Yeah, he kind of helped me yesterday. They played in the championship game of the Selmaville tournament. They had won 3 games on Saturday, and then beat Effingham yesterday in the championship game. So that kind of helped lessen the Saturday blow a little bit.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Hey, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brian Hancock of the KC Basketball Blue Devils. Check out JUCO basketball. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. We've got to take a timeout. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Charlie Hilmas, Mayor of Breeze. Think about some of your favorite local businesses for a second. It could be a restaurant or your favorite go-to store. How would you feel if one of those businesses disappeared? Odds are you've already felt that loss. Let's do what we can to make sure customer loss isn't a reason you lose one of your favorite places. Start a trend today. Shop around our towns. Buy Clinton County. See what we have to offer. Happy holidays.
If you're in need of a quality meat processing plant, there's just one place to turn: Trenton Processing. For nearly 50 years, this family-owned and operated business has served Clinton County and beyond, for good reason, too. Trenton Processing offers the very best in retail and wholesale products, custom butchering, deer processing, and plenty more, including specialty pet items. Trenton Processing at 120 West Broadway in Trenton, the home of Sugar Creek Smoked Meats.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
You've heard me say it before, when your trucks are your life, you need to be turning to be earned. I am Perry Stanfa from Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. If your commercial tractor and trailer is down, we can get you back on the road faster and for less money than you thought possible. If it has wheels and an engine, we can fix it, including farm equipment. We are also building semi-trucks if you are ready for an upgrade. Call us today at 664-2646 or stop by Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Rick here at the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on this Wednesday night. Our guest list includes no business enough. Salem Cats basketball coach Andy Fehrenbacher and former Illini hoop standout Hoffman's own, Carlisle's own. Yes, he's the current Eastern Illinois AD, Tom Michael. Oh, that'd be good. The time is 6:29. That time drop is brought to you by Zirin Funeral Home in Carlisle. Here's the athlete.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Body by Boyd in Carlisle. Your complete gym and physical fitness center is Body by Boyd. And by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze, the choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week, courtesy of Talkin Sports, is Modern Day Knights basketball player Mitchell Hockey. The 6'5 South poured in 46 points over the team's final 3 games played last week. The Knights won 3 of 4 for the entire week. Their record is now 6-3, but Hockey was popping them from all over the hardwood. And Mitchell Hockey is our Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. He'll receive a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. Congrats. We're coming back.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hi guys, this is Ed from Dine Chevrolet in Trenton. Do you need a new vehicle, but you run into some bumps on the credit road? I'm here to help you. I've been getting credit challenge drivers behind the wheel for several years. I have several lending sources, and I work hard to get the very best rate possible without jumping through a lot of hoops. Dine Chevrolet. Discover our service, our selection, and our great pricing. Call me, Special Ed, at 402-3304 or visit us at DianeForALoan.com to get started.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, HSHS St. Joseph Hospital, Breeze, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, Southern OBGYN Associates, Med Plus Physical Medicine, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman, Central Illinois Truck Service, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and by the Carlisle and Breeze Hardys. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Rip alongside in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio once again. In a matter of 15, 20, half hours, something like that, we have Carlisle Lady Indians, Central Cougars basketball from Carlisle High. So I'll be hustling over there in just a little bit for the play-by-play of that baby. Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle, meanwhile, does remind you we're headed for the stretch drive one way or another on Talkin' Sports. Come on back. We're not done. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkins has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Everybody needs a massage, just some folks don't like to take off their clothes, deal with the massage oil, and then go to work smelling like a coconut. Hi, I'm Dr. Clinton Smith, introducing the Nomano Massage. This is as close as you can get to the real thing with privacy, a good massage, and no clothing removal. $125 gets you 6 1/2-hour sessions. Perfect for a stocking stuffer. Nomano Massage at Smith Chiropractic in Breeze. Call 526-7732 to buy your Christmas gifts of comfort. Nomano Massage, you have to feel it to believe it.
The Christmas season is here, and we need your help. Hello, everyone. It's Scott Patrick from Mornings with Scott and Casey, and we are once again teaming up with K&J Chevrolet and the Carlisle Dollar General for Toy Drive 2018. Now through December 20th, we are collecting toys and monetary donations for newborn through 16 years old. All toys and monetary donations will be given to the BCMW and Community Link for distribution to families living here in our community who need a little help this holiday season. Your donations are greatly appreciated. Shop the new Carlisle Dollar General and leave a toy there, or drop one off at K&J Chevrolet. We'll take care of the rest. It's Toy Drive 2018 with K&J Chevrolet, Carlisle Dollar General, and Max 96.7. Since 1999, our community, your radio station.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back again. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on this Monday. We told you about Wednesday with Andy Fehrenbacher and Tom Michael. One more time, we have Carlisle Central basketball on tap tonight at around 7 with the pregame, maybe just ahead of that. And that's a Cahokia Conference matchup from Harris Gymnasium. So as I leave, and we'll see you Wednesday, and I'll talk to you from Harris Gym in just a while with girls high school hoops. We've got a good replay just for you. Here's the simple of it. This is from February 12th, 2018. It's a Centralia native. She is pro golfer Nancy Scranton. Man, you just got salted away in another Hall of Fame. This time you were inducted just recently to the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. So congratulations on that newest achievement.
Thank you very much. It was a really nice honor, and it was really a lot of fun to come back for a couple days and hang with my friends and just reminisce a little bit. It was good.
Oh, I bet you had a good following, huh?
Yeah, I had the gang there. Yeah,
the gang.
It was fun. And it was fun because it was all sports, and it wasn't just golf, and it was basketball. They had boxer.
Yeah.
Softball coach, football. It was really fun.
It was well-rounded. And that boxer, we've had him on Talkin Sports. Arthur Flash Johnson from East St. Louis. In fact, Nancy, we had him on. He was getting a haircut at the time in East St. Louis. He said, I forgot. So we did that he did that from the barber's chair. And of course, Ken Oberkfell, who was a great baseball player. We had 3 or 4 of these inductees on. So, but that's pretty good.
It was really fun, and they had the Collinsville basketball team on from 60-61, and they were apologizing to my gang because they were undefeated, I guess, and they almost lost to Centralia, but they pulled it out, I guess. So it was kind of funny, and yeah.
That was I think, around 1961 or 2 at Salem. They beat them at B.E. Gum, and still a lot of the old timers will say that was the best game they've ever seen.
Well, it's funny. That's what the guys from Collinsville were saying. They said, of all the games, that's the one they remember. So, it was really fun because growing up, golf was not really it for me. I mean, it was all the other sports. And, it was important and it was fun. But I think I enjoyed this a lot because they talked about the softball and the basketball, especially the basketball. And it was really a lot of fun.
And I don't know if I remember, but I don't know if I get this right or wrong, Nancy. But were you on the first Orphan Annie's basketball team at Centralia?
I was not on the first.
I always messed that up.
I was very busy cheerleading at that time. Yeah, and then I played. I played my last 2 years of school. I was on the very first softball team at CHS. So it was fun though. The basketball was fun. I remember. They went to state and they finished 4th, and Anne Murray had tried to recruit me for a couple of years. So I wish I would have played a little bit earlier, but luckily I did. I did play my last 2 years. And, just loved it. It was so much fun.
That's good. And those softball days with Harold walking in. Oh, I'll never forget those. Let alone, but this particular the main my research department, which is me, let me down again, Nancy. I should have that. I always. But anyway, you gain entry though into this is the Illinois wing of the St. Louis Hall, and that was a great addition. I'm pretty sure Greg Marisek is behind that. Did you meet Greg, or maybe he even called you? Huh? As far as
he did. That's who Greg called me. He actually found me through Kim McMillan. So he called her and found me that way. So
he'll find you. He'll track you down.
Yeah, he did. He found me. That's for sure.
But you busted down the hall doors with, as you said, some terrific athletes. We just touched on a few of those. Did you know any of these? Other Hall of Famers?
I knew of them. I didn't really know any of them, but I knew of them and was really interested meeting some of them, and some of their stories were really interesting. So it was really enjoyable for me. It was just a really nice. It was really cold that week, though. I woke up and it was 14, and I'm not used to that.
No, I'm sure. I know you're not. I'm not exactly fond of it, but there was a track star in there, and I think Blop and Yeager, a Collinsville swimmer who was just fantastic. And then just in your regards, I mean, this is the second class now. The first one for the Illinois Stars was last year at O'Fallon, And our area, well represented there, too, with Gary Gaetti and Kirk Reeder and another golfer by the name of Tom Wargo.
Yeah, you know.
That other pro.
We did okay from Centralia, didn't we?
Oh, I'd say. You were kind of a team for a while. I know you probably helped each other with games, but maybe you played a little together, too, didn't you, on special events?
Yeah, we did. It was really fun. He came to Centralia when I was just been playing for a couple of years and started working at Greenview, and then he ended up buying it. And I started working with Tom when I was, I think, 19.
Okay.
And he was giving me lessons, and they're interesting the way he gave lessons.
I bet so, yeah.
It worked, but
yeah.
It was interesting. And then it was kind of fun because, my dad would caddy for me at the rail and every year. But then Tom ended up, I don't know, for several years, he came up and would caddy the first round just to kind of, see how I did in competition.
Set the tone. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so he made quite the impression on all the other caddies.
Yes.
And then when he, got out on the senior tour or the Champions Tour, they were all like, "That's your caddy." I'm like, "Yes, it is." And it was really kind of fun to have them all know him, and it was I have to say it was really interesting having him caddy. I asked him, I said, "Can I have a new ball?" And he goes, "Why? What's wrong with this one?" So that would be our kind of conversations around the golf course. But then we did play in the J.C. Penney Classic, which was the alternate shot. It was a PGA Tour player and an LPGA player, and he was a senior tour player. So that was, we had a little bit of disadvantage because he was old.
Whoops, still there, Nancy? There you go.
I know. Yeah, and he anyway, we did really well together. We played together, and it was really a lot of fun. We did that for, maybe 4 years. I don't even know. It's been a while now. It's hard to believe.
It's a good thing you never took me up on my offer to be your caddy. That would have stunted your career.
Hey, you never know. There's still opportunities out there.
I know. I
still play a couple.
And that's great. That's the Hall of Fame setting itself, and I like all halls. Well, I mean, I like certain halls more than others in the Halls of Fame, but this was a little unique. It wasn't just your straight. In fact, I don't even think you don't give a speech, do you? It's an interview situation with a sports writer and or broadcaster, which is rather unique. But
it was actually
cool.
I should have had you come over and do it for me.
Oh, that would have been great. But
that would have been good. I wish I would have thought of that.
We would have set that would have been super.
Yeah, we would
next
have.
time, the next hall.
They might have started throwing things I don't know.
At me. But who interviewed you? I missed out on that.
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me that. When
Forget that question. We'll slap that one away.
He was a radio personality, and I think he's quite an I think he'd been around a while. I should
was
say
it Randy Carrick? Was he Randy Carricker by chance?
No.
Okay. Well, he's not important. You're the one that's important, so heck with it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. But I'm quite sure I have to check that out somewhere. I'm sure you can. I'll be able to find that on YouTube or who knows that social media stuff. So Centralia's own Nancy Scranton is with us, and another hall. It never gets old, but the premise remains the same, doesn't it, Nancy? I mean, you have to have talent, but you have to work hard, and then you have to produce results, and you've done it again. You keep on doing it.
Yeah, well, it was, like I said, it was quite the surprise too when he called me, and an honor, and it was really nice. Like, it's the first hall that I've been inducted into that was not just a golf Hall of Fame. So I have to say I really enjoyed all the other interviews with all the other players because they all had such interesting stories and history. So that was a lot of fun to listen to.
Variety is good. Although you want how many you're in the Kentucky Hall of Fame?